to a finish eventually at some point. Getting there. The to-do list shrinks 3 day ish. So thanks to a lot of good feedback. My to-do list has grown quite a bit since what I thought it would be. Alright. So a bunch of things to do. One thing recently done was cut down the file size in more than half. And will continue to shrink it as I find unnecessary large files and remove them from the game. The other big change. Go down the list. We're gonna make a README for the game and an unlock me. For those who have, for the extra details you may have missed. In case people enjoyed enough to do it again. So README is coming along. Not too long, more like bullet points to, give you a good leg up from things I've seen people do. Next, descriptions on statuses are now a thing. Hop in. We don't need this volume for now. Kill that. All right. All right. This won't take effect during this play. Can actually be faster just to have the controller ready. Yeah, there it is. Did not have the controller at the ready. All right, here we go. Yeah, new playthrough here that actually will be restarted soon enough. But status screens now have small little blurbs that I can change this as I go along. So I can have some more fun with that. And in battle statuses, now a thing. Get into it. Sail off into the Indian Ocean. Encounter rate, where did you go? Thank you. Statuses will now actually show up here with a description of them up here. Nobody here inflicts them, actually. Thank you. A lot of these have been adjusted since it turns out people actually use them. So cool. These now affect all enemies. Or all allies. So that's shit. Experiment is going to have its what it can do listed in the README. I can't fit 6 effects in here, so I'm not going to. Not random. It's one of 6. They're all pretty good. And his limit, Eureka, is another experiment that has fantastic effect. 50-50 situational, fantastic. Ebbs the dice you roll. Another thing that's been adjusted since initial testing. The cost of things have been adjusted. Price of stimulants gone down. The price of smelling salts got cut in half. Although I'm debating putting that back up again. Herb got cut in half. Smelling salt got cut in half, so the Eureka only costs 1,000. Rum is still 2K. Would you use Rum 4 is really good. This is something that was asked for, so gonna set that up at some point. Won't affect cash gain, just experience. Eventually, that hasn't been done yet. It's on the to-do list. Death no longer persists through battle. Easy way to show that off. You still gain experience and job points despite being dead at the end of a fight. So my thought process of leaving it this way is that into a fight in here. Has the jolly on. Yes, Largeman, fight me. So yeah, haste. The Eureka skill gives you 2 actions per turn. It's really borderline too good. I'm okay with that. Everyone, man, please. You to kill Flare. He can react. He can respond to magic with a very large hit. Right, you did not live long enough, even with basic attacks. Overlap. Right, someone did say that. One tester did say that the end game was too easy. Thank you. So we leave a fight, and he respawns with 1 health. So revives are for inbound. If you can beat the fight with someone dead, you'll go for it. It goes along with the thought process of none of these persist after battle except for undead now. Only undead, because you might want to be undead. There are all these benefits to being undead. There are the negative things to being undead. There are several ways to make yourself undead. I want to do that. Let's see what. Alright. Bats counterattack with vampirism. I wanted to drop the accuracy of that. Which, the one that tiny attack, but early game that could be annoying. Yeah, 50% chance. None of these counter. Okay, good. Already did that. Erase that. Bit done by there. Yokai and Zabangu was countering a bit hard. I need to reduce Pulsar. I did do that. I need an NPC to explain how target rate works. And I further hardened that by drop the target rate of the wizard classes to 30% chance of being targeted, utility to 60, physical to stay at 100. More likely they'll be attacked. I actually have enough things I want to introduce that I don't want the intro to dive right into. Ship intro. Gotta find where's ship intro. There it is. Could make it downstairs and make you have to get up and come upstairs. Like, jump right into a fight as an introduction, but What if? Or after the fight, they could have to head downstairs. Nah, I like this extended new dialogue for the two of them. Yeah, let's make it downstairs. We never see our ship again, so it can be different. So let's keep in theme. Give me an interior to work with. We're on a much smaller ship. Heading from England to Spain does not take particularly much, so David model the rest of the ship? Yeah. Not gonna need these. Generic Sailorman's good. Him. Small ship like this wouldn't necessarily even have bunks for the crew. It would, but redecorate. No. This will be the shape of our ship. Is it? All the things I see people have issues with, or people have mentioned they have issues with, address these about the game. People who seem intent on ignoring real houses, thinking about the issues that were latent there. Let's just pepper those throughout the game. Have us up there and up there. Both the way up the left. Railing. Layer that so that makes more sense. Fit there. Fit if I put the railing over. I take away the shadowing. Shadowing's part of it. I can't take away the shadowing. I use these. This is no shadowing. On the other. How to make that look alright as it. Could look alright, I just won't have that be accessible. You even have dialogue? Neither of you guys are actually in this scene. little more accustomed to the aesthetic of what I'm trying to go for here. Same layer. That up here. There we go. To this, you know, pretty much just old. Stuff and a box. No one seemed to have trouble differentiating between the different kinds of treasures, so we could go ahead and make sure that that's understood. Apple. There would be some jerky. Do this so I don't have to create actual more internal. If space is very trying to allow it to be in your actually. So the idea is you start the game getting dropped off here. I think that's don't put anything there, right? Slide Will in, bribe him, aim him. There he goes off. I originally did straight to the battle, right? Yeah, right to the battle. So that actually works out fine. This is no longer going to be auto run. That now before I forget. Can't lose this fight. Things will proceed. That'd be a cute gag, actually. Anything for this fight, right? Yeah. Not even experience. make a skill here. First, a diplomacy much later on. Please make that an enemy skill. But not complicated attack, please. These are all complicated for the sake of the final boss. Or we just have this do 150 with some variance. $820. Yeah, let's see how this looks. Level 1 will. Try to show off him storing health guarding. I'll have someone point that out because someone didn't catch that before. I guess there's a lot of things going on here right at the start. That was normally he drops to his knee first. Just decline battle. And that probably would be the preferred way to do it, because then you start with your limit break. Yeah. Add in a pro tech. Anyway, so pull it back to load it. Put in here all results. Sure none of you were set to actually. Corridor is a little tight to be all moving around. I said I want to. Items are meant to be used. That could actually be put in the. You also need to be here. feel like she counters limit breaks with revenge, which will most certainly destroy you early game in the intro. So I feel like this should be a good enough. Maybe someone else to mention anger move. You guys are plot related upstairs. Yeah. And so ran out of provisions in the initial sewer without any place to buy it, so take a 10. Super cheap. It's $500 worth. Fine. What does Cursed Chain do again? Yeah. I end up with Cursed Chain is only that can all sorts of nasty status healing. There you go. One just straight up says it. There we go. A little bit later. And you, I can change your dialogue into something more helpful. What else? Now, a target race will be explained later. Actually, let's do that now before I forget. I'll come back to you. It's you. Who here has dialogue unneeded? Howdy, Sammy, 9824. How you doing this fine evening, afternoon, or morning, wherever you are? Welcome to my game I'm making. In the testing stages, and I'm doing some post-test stuff developing here in the world. Slide back over to you. Need someone to explain something that aren't getting. You need signposts. The armory? Anyone here not giving important information already? Yeah. All of you give important information. Someone in the house. Or I could put another person in the inn. But you're important too. Tutorial person inside. You're a plot person. You? This distance information isn't necessary. That's a reference to the original game. Yeah, you. Make it more easier to understand. Who an enemy? Which party member? Dictated by classes. Not party order. Will Soldiers will... I want to say provoke. That's a move. That's the name of the move. And a bard. For example, a soldier draw more attacks from an enemy than a bard. There, you now. I have someone pointing out target rates right after you get classes. So let's go. That's the next thing on the list here. I keep a running list of things people type. The long running list of the soundtrack of the game, so I can strip out all the music I'm not using. And feedback that who has said what, so I know who to thank for things. To-do lists we'll never see. Let's see. Drop an enemy's power down. Yeah, I noticed someone was hitting too hard. Andreas. 2 there. 406. I wanted to drop this down to 100. It's 100 and is now dodgeable. A lot of attacks have now become dodgeable. Yeah, I want to go through the list and certain attacks are up. Let's do that. Third hit also affects provoke. You can't taunt a skill that is certain hit. Correct. I make sure only moves that are meant to bypass taunt, which apparently was a move a lot of people are using a lot more than I thought, which is neat because that wasn't in the game until fairly recently. All buffs should be certain hit. You can't miss throwing up a buff. You want to reduce that a bit. That's super frustrating. Wear down a behemoth and he uses sleep. So the idea is you're supposed to burst out, you're supposed to hurt their MP if you don't want to take this chance. But in case you don't notice that mechanic, I got your back. Anywhere we see this, needs to be all healing moves or buffs. I mean, it's just a status debuff. I'm okay with that. Why are you physical? Oh, that's a buff. That'll 4 times. It caps at 2 now. Used to go to 4. Some remnants of original ideas here remain. Correct. Yes, no dodging. No dashing dispel. I'll have to go through and make sure I actually put all the new buffs into here. Do certain hit, not a... No reason you are not just a magic... It enables bounce. Oh, because it's all enemies. I don't want you to be able to... You can't dodge a waterfall. One upside to water magic. It doesn't miss. Yeah, it's consistent across the board. What about wave? Where's wave? Dodge a small wave. Can't dodge a full out tidal wave. Gotta make a decision. You know what? Yeah, you can dodge it. That's fine. You don't need that tag then. Enable. A certain hit here is actually bypassing the percentages here and making that happen. Physical attacks so that you can increase it a little bit. You need a bit more dodge if you want to. This is a move that no longer exists in the game as is. So who's supposed to? Oh, Andreas uses it. Your next fight with him. Uses it as a special one. Which I did remove. Okay. Nope, he opens with it. Okay. That makes sense. He would be the one to do a war crime. Even though that move no longer exists anywhere. Virus was based. I think the war drum? Virus is in this area, general area. Place it with a bunch of other things. Alright, back down the skill. It's a magic attack. Didn't matter before because taunt wasn't in the game, but anything certain hit can't be taunted, so I want to make sure that that's thing. This was bypassing 50%. Now it's dodgeable. That's an interaction I just recently became aware of. I've not gone back yet to the check. Wild Swing, its whole thing is that it can't be dodged. Or taunted, I suppose. Well, I could do this. You can't cap on success then. Apparently it's at 100, so the other one was nothing. That's fine. You can't taunt Wild Swing. That's its whole thing. Guaranteed to hit. Reduce the power of math moves across the board. They bypass all these math true damage moves were put in place before I did the cut to HP across the board. And the way this interacts, this would guarantee land all of these. I don't think I have a move actually using this. I don't think I actually have an enemy using this move. I think this was a leftover from a different enemy. I think this is what Fever turned into. Because Fever's right down here. Fever inflicts one of these over time. Has a chance of inflicting any status damage I've determined every round, and that could really add up. Already been 4. Time flies when you're having fun. That playlist was called Chocobo and Chill. Came out just a A countdown. You know what? You can't. Yeah, no taunting countdown. I don't want to. It can't. I don't want it to be reflectable. Summons or not. That's the thing about summons. All right. So I'm fine with that. Get our mind up on this. Stick with it. I think only one enemy in the game actually uses this. Yeah, let's keep it as is. Back now. We're gonna dodge it as we want. This is gonna make one certain fight in the game possibly easier depending on your build. I'm okay with that. That's guaranteed. This is your time's up move. This is part of a. This is plot related, so we'll leave the. The enemy that uses this coded to for water damage. So that's okay. I can work with that. Your name. There, you got you there. Yeah, you are coded to ignore. Yeah, we can have this bounce if need be. There's a lot of skills in this game. Some of them are just more powerful or weaker versions than others, but easier to code it that way. Fire's whole thing. You know what? Dodge it if you want. Go. You're building a dodge tank. This will now allow this overall rehaul of the formulas will allow dodge tanks to be more of a thing, and I'm okay with that. Power up crime as much as you want. This is punishment for not engaging with the mechanic, so I'm okay with that. This is guaranteed to hit yes, because the enemy's gonna blow themselves up to destroy you. I was told it was impossible to make a proper self-destruct move, and I did. Quite simple too. You just have to act. The part that people online were missing, where you have to can't just setting the damage to be equal to what. So you want it equal to your current HP. You have to add death, your person, and then you have to tell it to actually get rid of, because it's not dying in a proper way. The body will still stay there, and that's the problem people online were having. This is the code you use to get rid of the body, and then do the damage, and then it works. This is used by a couple enemies. If you light them on fire, they blow up, right in your dumb face. So yeah. can't dodge a grenade. I'm okay with that. To whom it may concern, kaboom. This fight was apparently very hard. None of these could be dodged. So let's adjust that. So the whole thing about Ninja Swords and Ninja Stars is that they can't be dodged. They're also very strong if they get a chance to do it. So you know what? Dodge away. Be unblockable for you, not for an enemy. 50. Flash special. Sounds like a limit break. Yes, limit break. Yeah, that saves, sir. Some enemies have limit breaks too. Sometimes you fight other people. Anyone actually use Oof. That would be around the time that you're in. Yeah, you can. Just use Mystic Strike then. The damage difference. Alright, this is based off your defense. Guess it shouldn't be anywhere near as strong as hit. Nerf that just a bit. Yours just does 10% variance on that number. Your axe health at this time would be about 1,000. This would be a kill unless your health is boosted. And summons are supposed to be. Spells supposed. Guaranteed blind, please. That side water, make the ball bounceable. Someone's getting pit. I think this was the Hulk talk. Yeah, it was when the enemies around it. Here, now you can dodge this big attack. Which was... the players don't see this stuff. These are notes for me. That. This move is neat. If you have Reflect, it does 500 damage. Otherwise, it does nothing. Awesome. Yeah, just cleaner number, please. Yeah, this is a super move. Doesn't miss. Made a decision that Meteor is certain hit. That's a limit break. In return, I'll just nerf it a little bit. magic attack. But this is the opener of a yes, it's the opener of the enemy call virus. Yeah. Yeah, this is you must be this tall to ride this. Yeah. To ride this train. No dodging grenades. That's the whole point of you. Looks like, yeah. Yep, all enemy moves are now properly set to certain hit or not. Good. Just here. Move the Mount Fuji save point. Make it more obvious that it's healing spring there, and that's how you're supposed to heal before your fight with Catalina. If you chose to grind. Chose to go back into the volcano after you're done. I think I did that already? Yeah. The save point was sitting over here. Now to poke it, you must walk over here. Which will get you healed. And make basic ingredients available in Mount Fuji in case you've spent them all in the... I did that. Antidotes, eye drops, they're now available here in Zipangu. You can now get enough for poison moth powder to debilitate Andreas during that fight. Move Catalina to 1 attack per turn in 2 encounters you have with her. Update thing. Sierra, do that. That was already updated for her. Yeah, no longer 2 times actions. He put to sleep during that fight. Most bosses you'll see have some resistance for all but. Or weakness. Very rarely you're going to find both these columns empty. Weakness or resistance. I guess this won't be full. This would be. There's 1 enemy? 1. The 1 traditional boss fight you see in other games. Otherwise, you have moves. Use your moves to make things easier on yourself. If you're not using your moves, I do not feel bad for you. Do a better job of showcasing that moves work. But the idea is that Bulk starts off with a Haymaker, which if you use this against Catalina, puts her to sleep. Will put her to sleep. Knocks her ass out. Oh, I don't think I changed that, huh? ways to knock out? I did change it. Okay. This used to be a knockout. Now just a sleep. Let's see. Turns about to fight. This is all done. Let's jot down done. So I know these were done, but keep it here so I can jot it on the change log. Make an NPC in the intro to point out items are there to be used. Don't hoard them. That we're actually right at the end. Now I no longer feel bad. I don't want to use my MP restore because I might need it later. By later, you won't need it. But later, you'll have enough MP to last every turn. Leaving these in case I do need them inside. Lock me going, I will. A little bit already have done. NPC to point out the effects of Rika and Experiment. That would be better done, actually, in Basra. Get Raja, your natural chemist. These are all the different possibilities I have. Oh wait, did I not actually do this properly? Oh, yeah, will the black, will the red. One or okay, good. Thought of this. I don't want to have it be you, because then you explain it, that would make sense, but then the player would only get it once. So let's make sure someone else here does it. You put a second person in here. Or do any of you just give generic advice? You are reference to original game. Only here during the plot scene. Add another person here. Actually, in the harbor. The idea that inns that are important have no other person in the... Got that down. That goes in the unlock. Ends with no NPCs in it, or meant to signify something important happens here. Like here, you collect a permanent party member. Ushu, and there's nobody here because when you stay the night, there's stuff going on. Of making this fight optional. Like, you can lose this. Because you're forced into this fight. Actually, no. You may be forced into this fight, but you're not forced to save beforehand. So yeah. Hop into this by accident and get your butt kicked. Well, you're safe, and now you know. Get a full heal right beforehand. Spend the night. Boss room. Extra NPC. There's no one standing over here. Ooh, get over here. You won't be here during the... Actually have the effects right here, so I can pull up any. It'd be in the readme, but you don't read. Well, then what are you doing playing this game? But yeah, still, close enough. Labs, back on your monitor. Explosion used to be damage to yourself. I decided to take away any negative effects from random numbers. Random numbers are bad, but if that's the whole gimmick, and all the results are pretty good, there you go. Fix effects. Do it this way. 3 on each page. Let's also make them green. I should do this earlier parts too to make it stand out better. Make it green, turn it back. But then the other 3. Ability. Herb. Roja. Super cheap way to get Life's Hope. versus the cost. All allies. No, it's off the edge of the screen, but it's only because we have the extra commands here. Don't worry, it doesn't open. And this will feed into self switch here. Then auto run. Eureka. Have many effects. Want to hear about them? That's not right now. And then we'll just use the same format. And then at the end of that, it will turn off this switch the next time you talk to them. Back to this. And player reading it, if they plan to use the chemist, they'll do one of two things. They will write this down. Note that these all sound pretty good, so it's okay. Or use the readme where it's already written down. This is the town where you get a chemist, so someone who's already pretty decent at chemistry. So, Eureka. I think we could do this in 3. One page, though. Let's actually have you at the bottom. So you'll instead be a sage. So the limit break can either fully restore all allies. I hope that's enough to make the reader understand HP and MP. I didn't say full heal, I said full restore. Hero drink will be a heroism to all allies. Heroism is a status effect that makes you immune to most types of damage. There are some ways to get around it. You could still get hit with statuses, but immune to most types of damage for a few turns. And then my personal favorite, haste. No, I guess I'll need another one. Alright, I'll need another page. Just to keep in spirit, I'll keep these. It's all separate things despite being the same. And in some fights, this could be fantastic. Yeah, we'll just copy this line in a couple times. About the keywords. And make sure it doesn't overflow, because, oh boy, it's getting long. Those commands. And we're good. Perfect. Like I planned it all along. And then it'll turn the switch off. It goes back to here. Good. Alright, next thing on the to-do list. Finish the ending. Yes, we'll get to that eventually. Someone to point out Stepgar will allow near unimpeded ocean access. What? Ernst, you can do that. Back to you. Unfortunately, you don't have access to the whole world at this point, so not have it be here. Put it in the channel. You don't have the skill yet by then. To put this, you just put it on an NPC. Likely to head down the African coast, so yeah, I don't need you, signpost lady, here. Now someone mentions that. Sailing. Step guard lasts for 100 steps. Sailing is not a step. Therefore, if you use step guard on the ocean, you could sail. Mostly unimpeded. There are force encounters in the world, tucked away. One of which is mandatory for a side quest. The other two are others here. Guaranteed ways to run into the ocean mini bosses, which are only available otherwise along this blue strip. Then this down here. I don't like that coloring. Let's get some 5s in there. There. 4s ended up on the wrong side of the line. Thing about the ocean mini bosses, they drop permanent stat up items very early on in the game, but you have to go through quite a bit to beat them. Next thing. Point out the types of encounters. Yes, so we did that. That doesn't become relevant until a ways in, so we did that here. Change your dialogue. Someone. Not you. You. Her anger for revenge is so intense that if someone were to use their anger move on her, you would counter with the same. Someone else points out anger moves or limit attacks. So then if you use your limit break on Catalina, you will be ass blasted. Pardon my French. A very powerful move. I recently did a balance change. Thinking of making your brother start at level. But now I have Samuel and Bulk starting at level 1. Would like someone to point out that enemies counter against certain types. That'd be good in London? In the London guild. Sure to poke your head in there. You're important. You're important because that takes place right away. Yeah, you're also important. Then again, you also imply that they're only in capital cities, so yeah, you two are actually being a little redundant. There. Why does this person keep destroying me every time I use my big attack on them? Because that big attack is what they do not like. For example, pull up the best share over here. The basic enemy page. Bats. The all bat type enemies. You get near a bat, they bite you. Don't get near a bat. Pirate enemies. They counter your limit breaks with Cursed Chain. If they survive it. The claw enemies. The scorpion type enemies. Hit them, they have a 50% chance of hitting you back. Use ice on a slime and it hardens, increasing his defense. The fins, you hit them with magic, they hit you back with wave. So yeah. Notice that you can play better, you can avoid that. Or weigh your options and say, you know what, I could take a wave. Don't mind it. What else? Jot down done on a bunch of these. Done. Still need to think of a better ultimate accessory for the Holy Grail. Right now, it renders your person invincible. Yeah. I'd like to see a better thing here. What do you think on it? Borderline invincible? I'll think on it. One of the testers found a very powerful combo of the Wild Man with a Sword Master subclass, or vice versa, where the Wild Man uses their HP to do powerful moves that are super powerful, but you're burning through your own health to do. And the Master class, which has the Drainer skill, which makes your physical attacks absorb HP. Apparently, those two in conjunction allowed the Wild Man to use his incredibly powerful move, never ending. So to adjust that, I've changed Drainer. So instead of being 100% lifesteal, 25%. Maybe that will calm it down. I'll have to test that and see. Treasure map has been adjusted. I have a gimmick I made and did not put into the game. Where is it? Needless. Slap this on. If this gets slapped on an ally, they go into auto battle mode for a few turns. Put this gimmick together, did not use it. Need to find an enemy. Either need to add another boss to the game, or, which I could do in the final dungeon, there aren't any midway bosses there. Or find a boss that people felt like the gimmick mid to late game, that the gimmick was kind of weak. And do that. Change it. I feel like it'd be you, sir. Or ma'am. We'll see. Put that out to the community, see what they think. Changing one of the battle items apparently was confusing because it was called Frost Spear. More dialogue was added to the single target. Frost Spear was confusing since there are spears in the game, so as is the Frost Needle. I will have to change every instance of that throughout the game. I'll have to find everywhere I put a Frost Spear, change it to Needle. Another playthrough incoming. I want to add a graphic to the inn. Don't don't know how to do that, so I need to add a picture in time. Like when the screen goes black, I want something to pop up like a few seconds and then go away. You find a site to do. Map encounters versus random encounters? Duh, we did that. Add more quiz questions, yes. I need to add 4 more people to the Mystic Scroll list. The way Mystic Scroll works is it uses a set row of spells. So it's not like the Chaos spell, which uses a random one. This is going to be in a set order. So, and not everyone's on this list. Everyone you can control. So I need to add more people to do this. So that's just going to be some plug and chug I can do. Point. The gimmick was broken for Steed and Bonnet. I think I fixed it. Animals were terrifying just to talk to. Now I'm going to change it so every animal sings a little. Started to do that with one of them. Not this one. One of your saves was standing right in front of an animal. Cat here. He was in Sapangu, right? Let me check that out. Guess not. But you. Yeah, you're in front of a cat. Did I do anything? Started to. Yes. Make the cat sing a song. Can't show that off. Don't have a save anywhere nearby. Get some. It was at Sapangu. Follow? Maybe it was in Sapangu. That can happen, and I'm okay with that. Get into a fight as you leave the boat. They follow you onto land. Yeah, so here's a follow. Pokey and chill. I need to put more of a delay on this so it can't merge into each other. But more delay needed. Stop experience gain if people want to turn that off. Yeah, that's going to be a thing. In fact, someone here can give the prideful badge. Yeah, I guess inside this room, we get out. Fight doable at level 1. Very small numbers. Puzzly enough that it's doable. With those 10 dried meat you just picked up. 5,000 best smackers. Yeah, I'm gonna make these in. You'll start in this room. Final boss minions back to 50k, making the end game harder. And there's going to be really cool final boss music now. That's a little long. Properly so. Let's make the fight last long enough. Enjoy it. Change the bestiary. Final boss himself, those are his 3 minions, and then the final boss himself up to 20k. We'll see. See how that works out. Hey, Zuhan. Does look sick. GTB sleeping. Can't continue my run of that without him sleeping. With him sleeping. Not being around. And it will increase his basic physical defense. Already 29. I'm okay with that. Just drops to 0 when he's in physical. Reduce the hit rate in, reduce the encounter rate in not food. I think I did that. It's up to 50, yeah. And you can extend that even further if you visited this tutorial house that person skipped, picked up the accessory that does that. Or, you know, since counters are 100% escapable, just do that. Oh, change the doorway so you're no longer walking up and then facing down. Yeah, I did that for everywhere I found. Going to, no, the playtest will see if I ever did. So you'd want to put you elsewhere. That was confusing people. Put it up here. Put it here. Make this an actual switch now, since I have to put this in 2 tiles. You can have a switch from the end of the game, why not? Eat. There. Makes more sense to put it here, right before the actual first damage tiles. I don't feel bad about putting this rudeness here because the entrance of the volcano is right there. I notice when step guard runs out, how would I even go about doing it? Suppose that would be... How was step guard even set up to work? Who I made forever ago. All it does is add step guard. Day 26. Have this. Kinda. Also have this do this now. 660. call this. Yeah. No trigger. Actually, this will run parallel when it'll run that common event, but once I turn this on, trigger's fine. I don't need a switch. I need to continuously run until step guard is done. I change the way step guard is. Let this be. You know what? I could just do this. Which step guard. Parallel, so that when I don't want to pick Will. Will is not necessarily in the party. So anyone is using to do it with the script, but and Bill is in the party and as step guard. Goes in the party and has step guard, then do nothing. Goes in the party and does not have step guard. Immediately make sure I do this. Turn this stupid switch off so it stops running. Date. Step guard has run out. And I want this to be one chunk. If Will is in the party, otherwise look for there are times where William's not even in the party. Jeffrey. Oh, just randomly pick a couple people. The version of Bulk that's in the game. Or Catalina? The odds of you having none of these 4 people in your party is kind of a given point is kind of low. in the party part because I don't know. This might work. It could work. Test that. Means I also need to make not. We have a version of the card as well. Have that on the. Thief didn't exist at the early stages of the game. Okay. Someone asked if later party members start with job points. That later party members would be Spartel. Oakley, your party. Alright, here. At least Spartel is cleanly put together. He will not specialize in anything. Do what you want with him. Get 2 skills. Auto London. Harbor. Raja can start with 1 of each because you can get Raja at the very start of the game. Part of the idea, bootstrapping your way up from being inexperienced you. Otto is an accomplished captain at this point. That makes sense. And Catalina is a terrifying swordswoman. Joins cottage, I think, and actually the event. Camera go. This is the event. Yes, this is where she joined. Not where she gets everything though, so I need to also find where else she. ID number 5, so I need that. Don't mess up anybody else's. You'd probably be way more likely these people them are off the bat if they had more than one. Find where she gets the rest of her. Probably in the throne room where you get the rest. That's probably pretty long. Yes. rest is where everyone else's skills are. Okay. First, Catalina. I guess everyone in tier 3 would get 2 then, because by then you're... Will, down the line. Bill. So what this dialogue of plugging commands is saying is saying set job points for character ID to blank for what class. This is already inputted properly, so I just need to upgrade this. So get 2 skills right off the bat instead of just 1 when you're this far into the game. Keep the pacing of the game good, so you don't feel like it's stop and grind anything. In fact, everybody. 15 is IRL in. Character ID 50. Character ID. 15 is Raja, 17 is higher. Pretty close. People speak. I listen. 22 is bulk. Could Kyre get more? Get Kyre fairly early. He also has to compete with I did just give him more. Yeah, let's do that. You gather him. Algiers. One of the North African. Where are they? Yeah, two. In fact, even doing 2 of these game would speed things up quite a bit. Let's do that. Let's go back to 2. And then Basra. Basra. Where I am. This way you don't. Yeah, you only get 1 skill. You could feel like you made a mistake. Now we'll have to be forced to grind out a few 4 or 5 battles to learn a new move. At least might be as much as like 6 to 8 depending on which enemy. Leeway. That's not the biggest assist. Too many. axes, buff knives. Found they weren't using knives like at all. Have not done it. Give everything one more attack power. Game. Not much of a nerf, but they're not meant to be a primary source. They're knives. Your thief has other things to be doing this. By in response, they can actually critically hit. Get her lucky blow in. Give them real. Accent. Apparently way too strong. Dropping down like the fear was nerfed a lot. The fear used to be 69 damage plus how many times you've escaped throughout the entire game. Now it's 0 damage plus how many times you escaped. So you have to do significantly more cowardice to get same result. And it does not, it caps at 500. It can be very powerful. And bows are more powerful than axes. That's because the people using bows are glass cannons. The berserkers using the axes, they are wearing heavy armor. I need to think of how I want it. Camera. You need something to say. Other notes that not picking. Back. Feedback here. More things to do. To-do list never ends. Only a couple typos found, so that makes me feel pretty good. Still upset I never saw that in all my runs. Alright. Yeah, someone needs to mention it. There. Someone said somewhere. Lock me will have the silly things that I've added that reference it. One person's picked up on any of those yet. Just sad, no one's picked up on the thing I thought was the funniest. And if you wish to join the testing crew, sure to drop me a line. Want this to be a fun game for all. Before makes its way over to Steam. Short devs get me to get off my butt and do one thing we could do to end the fear. You have the 400 to attack. A better helmet. Helmet then. I missed the Crusader helmet. Where is it? Old in Alexandria, posting up. Well, I didn't go back there. And game equipment you can just buy at certain. You're wearing the Crusader armor. Okay, so things to adjust. Sorry if another playthrough with it. Good enough. But yeah, a couple hours, and I had a couple hours, so figured to do this. Diving in Heroes 3. Actual work. Hope everyone's doing well. World hopefully someday comes to a. Well, not the world. The development of world. I just thought I adjusted it. Yeah, it's just always you do it.